kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
All right, everybody, and welcome in to the All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series, brought to you by J-Ray's Smoked Meats. My name is James Riles, going to be bringing you the action live here from Nashville Super Speedway. I am excited about it. I know you guys are as well, ready to get this thing in here. Nashville Fairgrounds already off to a great start. But I know I'm excited to bring you guys this fantastic racing we've got going on right now. Qualifying underway until about a minute more here, as we're going to show you the lineup we have so far for the J-Ray's Smoked Jerky Mild 100. That is sounding absolutely fantastic right now. But to tell you a little bit about what we got going on here, you're not seeing double. We have two Winter Heat Series here on the network today. This one, of course, being the best because I'm on it. But the other one is undergoing right now its feature as well. Very popular classic series, and we are excited to have you guys here with us in the booth. Brian Skyer Keski is the only one right now taking his qualifying lap a little bit late to the party, but there's a couple more up there with a pretty good time. In practice, we saw a lot of good results here, so I'm going to bring those guys up for you. check on your driver up in the top. But here for the practice results, Trent Smith was on top of the pole with a 19.105. Absolutely blazing speed here in the super late models. Then Alex Papini not too far back, only 1,000th of a second, or 100th, separates those two drivers. And then all the way down, it takes a while till you get to a 10th, all the way down to Cole Gudmestad to see something else going on. So let's see kind of how these drivers are going to take their laps as qualifying. Then we're going to have a driver's meeting, a little bit of break for us. Reminder, we are live. And there will be cautions. There will be cautions. We are live, so hit us up with those questions. You got some questions, we got the answers for you. We can help you understand kind of what's going on here. The All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series, of course, brought to you by J. Ray's Smoked Meats, also known as Richie's Smokin' Barbecue. Give them a holler if you want some awesome, awesome barbecue. But this is what we got going on, folks. Again, let us know in the chat. Be sure and like that stream. Get this thing out in front of as many people as possible. That helps all these drivers and these sponsors. Right now, not too much to look at just because of where we are in the sim. Kind of waiting for all the drivers to take their positions. We do have Matt Noyce out there in the Ghost car. Does the winner get beef? I don't know, but I sure wish I could. I'm going to have to hit these guys up. Over there is Jared Abel. He's having a little bit of an issue. That's funny. Matt Noyce, see if we can get him on here. There he is. A lot of drivers have an issue here at Nashville. A lot of, it's a cool track. Let's go ahead and go over our race info. Show you guys kind of what we got working here. The J. Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100. Again, this is round 1 of the 10 race series. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway is where we are right now. Nashville, USA. Right at about sea level. 80 degrees is the track temp, 77. The ambient temperature, 57% humidity. Partly cloudy with a little bit of wind out there if you're in Nashville right now. We're at the oval, 0.57 miles. It's not really a short track for these super late models. Kind of what they're used to here to start out is this kind of super late situation. They like to get out there, get out on the short tracks as they are doing their race meeting right now. We will keep you guys posted with any information that comes up. But I will say for our sponsors here, we appreciate them sticking with us. As for what we have going on, we're going to have the last chance qualifier gridding at 8:01. Everybody that did not make it into the feature is going to have to head to that last chance qualifier. 5-minute warm up, and then we are going to have the 100-lap feature, the main show here at the J. Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100, and it is going to be an absolute blast. Let me tell you, as we get to see these super lates battle it out. 10 race schedule here. Next week they're going to be at South Boston Speedway. Then they're head to Iowa, Thompson, Southern National, Five Flags. Just a lot of small tracks. I'm telling you, these short late models, they are built for this kind of race, this kind of short run here. So as we got a minute while they're going over some things before they grid, we're going to go ahead and run our ads. And as always, stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we are getting lined up for our last chance qualifier. Let's go ahead and go over the grid of what we've got going on here. So we fix our SDK overlay, hopefully. Acting a fool. There we go. We're going to have Caleb Adrian on the pole for the last chance qualifier. 10 drivers are going to make it in, believing, if I saw was to be believed. Caleb Adrian, Corey Rogers is going to be on the outside there. Alex Krasper in third position, row number 2, outside row 2, Sean Bauer. Then we have Jeremy Bingham there inside row 3, Michael Ostek outside. Row number 4 is going to be Justin Blackdeer and Tristan Swanson. Then we have Kevin Knutson and Josh Crayer in row number 5. Steve Wright and Brody Byer are going to be row number 6. Row 7, Todd Aldridge and Rex Hoyle. Brett Edmonds and Mark Fravert going to be there in row number 8. Then we have John Ginnon and Gleason Smith, row 9. Row 10, Deegan Smith and Matt Noyce having to work their way up. It's going to be a hard-fought battle here back in the 20th and 19th position. And on back, Kenneth Storkson, 21st, Lewis Robinette, 22nd. Row 12 is going to be Christopher Reardon and Mike Myers. They're in row 12. Row 13, Riley Stingham and Jeff Dillon. Row 14, Gary Eschen and Tyler Deshane. Then we have Riley Stingham, looks like Randy Sargent and JD Rusher going to be the last ones. They're not gridding up. So while they get moving, folks, go ahead and get on your feet wherever you're at. Cheer on these drivers as we are going to see kind of what's going to happen as they're trying to make it in the last chance qualifier. Let me double check how many people are going to make it. I haven't lost you. 8. 8 drivers are going to make it to the feature. So that is the number to beat. You got to be in 8th position or better. Otherwise, you are heading home early here at the J. Ray's Smoked Jerky Mild 100. Caleb Adrian, the 29, has a lot to keep behind him. These super late models, very troublesome with 20 laps once they get started. Hopefully going to have a clean race, but you never know here under the lights in Nashville what you're going to see. So get on your feet, hit that like button, get in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Helps everybody out. Get these sponsors out there as Caleb Adrian going to take the green flag, and we are racing, ladies and gentlemen, in the super late models here at the J. Ray Smoked Jerky Mild 100. Off to a good start out behind them there, battling it out, trying to make something happen to make it through. And there we go. Everybody battling. Caution is going to come out. Caution is out. So caution is out. 19 laps left to go, so we didn't get far. Let's see what happened here. It looks like Randy Sargent and Kevin Knutson were involved. Let's take a look. Free wide, never a good idea here. And it looks like the 61 just barely gets into the back of the 86 of Kevin Knutson to start him around. And very hard to save these machines. Ooh, and the 11, just bad news for Randy Sargent. He's out of here. Steve Wright getting involved a little bit later. As that was something for sure. Let's make sure our graphics are good to go here. lot of drivers in this thing. We're going to make sure it's as smooth as possible for you at home. Again, get those likes in there. Get these comments. It's not for me, ladies and gentlemen. What they do is it helps get these drivers their exposure. We don't make a dime off of likes. We don't make a dime off of comments. What it does is it helps us out by getting the analytics, and it sends more people to here. So Caleb Adrian looking pretty good right now. 16 laps left to go. Going to be starting on the inside and possibly going single fire here as the lights are off. They are going to be racing. Going to be racing here from single file. The call is going to be, and he's going to get up to that high side, stop anybody from pinching down as we are rolling again here. 16 laps to go in the J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100. Caleb Adrian off to a large start. He's got the rear view mirror full, but so far so good for Caleb Adrian. Little in cockpit view there. Farther back, everybody trying to get straightened out, and it seemed like that single file restart did help them. No battles to speak of. This is your closest one. Look at Josh Crayer trying to make his way up. Brody Byer just put down the fastest lap of the race. Rex Coyle. Justin Blackdeer has the position that everybody else wants. We're not going to worry. We're going to watch around. We're going to see. Corey Rogers just put down the fastest lap of the race. Just took that back. But right now, the battle is keep an eye on that 22 machine. That 22 machine of Justin Blackdeer is hoping to get a run and keep everybody else behind him, because that is going to be your transfer position. I do apologize for SDK. It's being obstinate. It always is around update time. So we'll restart that, try and get it up there. Make sure you guys have it. Oh, we got a car going around. That's Justin Blackdeer. We jinxed him. The 22 machine, caution, not going to fly. He was able to make it back, so now that transfer spot's going to belong to the 33 of Brody Boyle, and there we go. Caution is out. Caution is out. Randy Sargent not involved in that one, but that was a different one. Tyler Deshane and Jeff Dillon. After Christopher Reardon lost it, let's take a look. Tyler Deshane in the 49 machine. Oh, the 46 gets loose. That was Christopher Reardon. And then in the Calamity, the 49, just wrong place, wrong time. That's what brought out that caution ultimately. Tries to get it spun back around. And here we go. I have no clue what is going on with SDK right now, but I'll stop talking about it. George Bingham says, go 66. The 66, so Josh Cryer or the 66? Is there another one? Because I see that's the 066. But we'll get a look at him, George, once they head our way. Again, brought to you by J. Ray's Smoked Meats. Absolutely love them here at Sim Racing Media. Everything they do for the league to sponsor everybody, as well as the Richards. Make sure I get that. Richie's Smoking Barbecue. 779-423-0073 if you want them. So, like, am I behind here? Is a green flag flying? No, it is not. Trying to get going. Caleb Adrian's been in the #1 spot. In fact, everybody in the top 5 started there for this last chance qualifier, except for Tristan Swanson, who started in 8th. He started in the transfer spot, had to work, and now is able to get through here. Brody Byer up 4 positions, started in 12th. Now he's in the transfer spot, that 8th position. Definitely somewhere he wants to be. As we're going to hit the choose cone, they are going to be able to choose where they go. It's got to be distinctive. They've got to be careful. Did hear that over the radio. Otherwise, they're going to be looking at some penalties here. So everybody's got to know where they stand as they head to that choose cone. Love seeing leagues do this. Absolutely love seeing leagues use the choose cone. Hopefully iRacing can implement something. This is iRacing, by the way. We are on a sim racing service. If you're watching on YouTube, we are live out right now. It is 8:11 here on the Central Time Zone. It's about to be cold as I'll get out. We're going to have a restart side by side as they're door to door out of 3 and 4. Caleb Adrian again has the bucket. We are racing. Good start by Caleb Adrian. Corey Rogers not too far behind. Alec Krasper and Tristan Swanson battling it out. Back behind him, that 8th position. Keep an eye on the 33. He's got to hold his spot if he wants a chance to make it into the 100-lap feature. So that's the battle in the back. They're wrecking. They are wrecking. Big one. Lots of vehicles involved in this one. Kevin Knutson, Kenneth Storkson, Dan Jananen. It feels like I'm making these names up, but I'm not. Heavy damage on a lot of these vehicles. We'll see what happens. Where this started, Brent Edmonds is where I'm getting my information from. Let's take a look. He's way late to this party, I can already tell. Boom. On board here and just calamity. So Jeremy Brigham. That is the 7 machine. He is safe right now. He made it out of the issues. And then that's just where it happened. Just nowhere to go. Wall to wall here in Nashville. Country Music City. As again, guys, I'm trying to work with SDK. SDK hates heat racing. I've come to find out in the years I've been doing this. So Caleb Adrian steer on the pole. Let's go for us and see who is in right now. If the caution was to come out, it'd be Caleb Adrian, Corey Rogers, Alex Krapser, Sean Bauer, and Tristan Swanson in the top 5. Michael Ostick in the 6th, Jeremy Brigham in the 7th position, and Brody Byer holds the final transfer spot. Then we have Gleason Smith and Rex Hoyle. Take a look in the stands here. Brought to you, of course, by Richie's Smokin' Barbecue. If I was in the stands here in Nashville, I know what I'd do. I'd go downstairs, give me a soda pop, maybe sneak a little Jack in there, and go to the Richie's Barbecue stand that I know they got out the virtual racetrack, and I'd go get me some smoked meats. Maybe stop by the Jerky stand. Go get some jerky as well. J. Ray's Hickory Smoked Jerky. As we are very happy to be able to bring you this racing. Be sure, like I said, hit that like button. Give these sponsors some more view times. Subscribe if you haven't. We got racing 7 nights a week. Right now is our lull, and we have 8 races this week to bring you live racing action here on the service. As this is where I'm going to keep my eyes here on this restart that we're about to have. Let's see where Rex Hoyle decides to go here. As I believe we're going to have we're not going to have a single file restart. Rex Hoyle decides to stay on the top line. The inside line not working out on the restarts, much as they would want. As we're going to see from the eyes of Rex Hoyle in the 95 machine. As the green flag is out, he's got to get up to that yellow, that 33 of Brody Byer. Oh, as they're spinning, the 33 goes around. Caution is out. The 95 puts the 8 on its lid. As I think Brody Byer got out of that relatively unharmed. 3 laps to go. I don't know what we're going to do here. If we're going to get an overtime or not. As the guys who are watching, getting ready for the final, the big race. Because keep in mind, folks, this is the last chance qualifier. This isn't even truly the J Ray's Smoke Jerky Mile 100. This is just the race to try and get into it. Let's see Brody Byer. Let's see what happened on that restart there. The 8 just gets into him, and then I guess the 8 gets it back, but unfortunate. Did sound like it was an accident, of course. There it is, just a little bump. But oh, that's where it's going to end. We're going to end it there. Last chance qualifier ran out of time. Ran out of time, but the 33, this is a warm-up. I don't know if the 33 is going to make it in. Devil Charger says flipping like flapjacks. That is true. We are going to get a 5-minute warm-up. We're going to go ahead and go over the results that we just saw. Once we get them up there. The results of that heat. Caleb Adrian started out in the pole and stayed there. Alex Crapster as well. Corey Rogers, Tristan Swanson, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sean Bauer worked his way up into 5th position. Michael Ostick in 6th. Jeremy Brigham in 7th. Mark Pravert in 8th. Todd Aldridge in 9th. Mike Myers in 10th. Steve Wright, 11th. Gleason Smith in 12th. And Brody Byer in 13th. 14th is going to be Josh Perry. Now, they may have given that to Brody Byer. That may be while he's still in this thing. But we will definitely see once we get to the feature where it's going to be at. So while they are doing that, we are going to go again to Sim Racing Media side by side. Stick around, support some of the ads we've got for you. Got to pay the bills, and I've got to drink some water. So guys, as always, be right back. as I've been talking for about 10 minutes and we have not been live. That's okay with my mic. Sometimes it happens. Let's go ahead and go over this grid. Ed Papaniao there in first position. Going to start out with the highest qualifying spot. Willie Nelson there in second. Hopefully that is the Willie Nelson, but I'm not making any promises. I'm not saying it's not. Not saying it is. Ryan Latch there in third. Jackson Lewis going to be in fourth position. Row number 3, Alex Papini and John Gifford. Row number 4, Kelsey Rogers and Weston Ward. Row number 5, Trent Smith and Jared Appel. Then we have Brian Swierkeski and Grant Thompson, row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Jaden Dahlberg and Cole Gutsman. Then we have Mike Winters and Anthony Donta. Garrett Stratoga in 17th. Outside of him is going to be Brian Bianchi. If I'm saying these names wrong and you know that it's, you know what right looks like, hit me up in the chat. I'm watching. I'm keeping an eye on you guys over there. Make sure you're staying nice and staying loose. Dennis Smith is going to be in 20th position with a Christian Angel on his inside. Then we have Alex Crasper and Caleb Adrian, row number 11. Row 12, Corey Rogers and Tristan Swanson working their way in. Now we're getting to the folks that had to work their way in through the last chance qualifier. Christian Angel, Caleb Adrian, one of them. Michael Ostek, Corey Rogers, and Mark Frevert. Then Sean Bauer, Corey Rogers, Sean Bauer, and Jeremy Brigham. So just in time, green flag is out. Let's get this thing out of the way. Willie Nelson out to a great start on the outside. It was the preferred line when folks were trying to pick their lanes. So we like to see him happen that. Brian Latch on the inside as well. 3 wide for third place. Alex Papini going to come out with it. He's having a fight, though. Jackson Lewis in the 28 machine working on his inside. Then we have Kelsey Rogers. Ed Papaniao falling back down 4 positions from his pole. But the battle is the battle for third. 100-lap feature. The J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100. 88 getting in the wall back behind him. That's going to stack everybody up. 3 wide. John Gifford backing out of it, showing a lot of maturity there. Did not want nothing to do with that 3 wide. As Willie Nelson's going to let Ryan Latch and Alex Papini fight it out for second. He's going to try and gap it out. As that was Latch in the wall again as the 28 washes up. 88 going to come to the inside. Caution is out. Caution is out. We are slowing this thing down. Looks like Kalen Adrian involved. Won the last chance qualifier, having to fight his way in here. Let's see if we can find what happened. Watch the 29. A little bit of a stack up. That's what happens. Stack up and then goes around right in front of the flagman very quick to throw that caution. Looks like there's no damage on Caleb's machine, so that is a good thing for him. This is the Winter Heat Series, All Pro Sim Winter Heat Series. Live here on Sim Racing Media. It's 8:27 p.m. Central here, just to prove it to you. So we have 100 laps. 100 laps here that these drivers are going to have to get through. Willie Nelson out to a very quick lead. Gone up 1 position, but look at Alex Papini there in that rental center 28. So let me make sure I got everything right here for a moment. I want to make sure. You never know with iRacing and their updates what they're going to change. Make sure I got all the paints ready for these guys and everything's good so they can see. It is good to go. Hide card numbers. We are good. These guys spend a lot of time making these paints, but real life cars. So most of these drivers are real life drivers for late models or super lates. And they decided, hey, since it's the winter and it's cold, I don't want to go out and work on my car in the shop or outside in the garage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the sim and race there. You're in the chat. Be sure to let me know who you are rooting for, who you want to see more of. I can't guarantee I'll give them more screen time. Usually I do, but these battles are going to be hot and heavy, especially up until they can get something, get it straightened out and lined out. As Willie Nelson going to have the button in the 43 machine. Alex Papini took the high line. They are going, leader will control that restart. Once that pace truck, that Chevrolet pace truck goes inside, going to be on Willie Nelson. And here he goes on the green flag, and we are rocking and rolling again. Alex Papini on the inside. Jackson Lewis trying to make it to the outside of the 28. They are through too wide for 5th position. That's the number 3 and the 136 of Trent Smith and Kelsey Rogers. Working the battle there, and we're wrecking again. Halfway through, a lot of folks going to be involved in this one. Lot of folks involved in this one. Still wrecking, still trying to get through. Caution number 2. And this is what's going to happen, folks. This is what's going to happen. It is a battle out there. It is a fight to try and make something happen. We're going to look at Ed Pepinau, who started in first position. And then when this happens, they're already wrecking ahead of him. And just calamity, as one would expect. It takes a lot of skill to come out in these super late models, and these guys are all battling. They're all, the egos are out there. Everybody's trying to make something happen. Let's see what Grant Thompson saw during that wreck. So that's pretty much where it started. The 5, and then I just multiple wrecks, multiple people getting involved here. The 54, Grant Thompson, took the brunt of it. See where this started. Where did this start? From the nose of Grant Thompson. So the 10 gets in the wall, comes down, and this absolute check up behind him as the accident's happen, and then Grant Thompson tries to Herbie it around, and the walls are just not high enough for him. He's going to get yeeted off the track, unfortunately. So Willie Nelson, though, came out on top there. DeBulge, I like the name, by the way. But yeah, it happens. 33, it happens. I would have liked it as well. So single file restart here for the third if you count the green flag, but the second restart, guess that's just the start. As Willie Nelson gonna get him rolling, green flag is out. 14 laps left, 86 left in this thing. Willie Nelson would love to see this thing go green as he can try and work and pick away at these drivers here at Nashville, the Nashville Fairgrounds. Battle for 4th position. Trent Smith works to the inside of Ryan Latch. This is going to be good. This is going to be important to see where you can pass here safely, and you got to take a look at your tires. You're not going to come down pit road too often, these super late models, if they even allow it in this league. I don't have a rule book in front of me. Jackson Lewis pacing outside wall, gets a little bit of a stripe there. Is 28 of Alex Papini going to challenge the leader, Willie Nelson, for the lead. Nothing doing. Ryan Latch still unable to complete that pass on the inside. Or I'm sorry, Ryan's in the Hooters machine. He's fallen back, bleeding on the outside. 136 of Kelsey Rogers trying to make it through. Super late models, very powerful machines. Yeah, Divulge, you know what? I watched the comments. I get it. I literally don't think there's anything they can do about that in iRacing because of the way that the service is. But I totally agree. Would have been there, should have been there. But unfortunately, because of iRacing and the constraints we have on technology, I don't think they can put somebody in there like that. But the 40 Jackson Lewis, caution is out, Jeremy Brigham. But Jackson Lewis did take that position away. He is your effective race lead. Let's see the pass there. This is going to be your pass for the lead on lap 18, right before the caution. Gets underneath the 25, which is the 43, if you're looking at the transponder. Right before the caution comes out, we'll see that here. This is the 7, which is the 66. Looks like he actually kind of did that to himself, and they got stuck in the wall. Very unfortunate. Flagman very quick to get that flag out for the 66. The Monte Carlo SS. I believe it's the super late model. I don't know, man. I just work here. Let's take a look. What does iRacing say it is? In fact, Alex Papini's out here, and I believe that's a Dodge. I'm just kidding, Kevin. I know that that's what we have. Unfortunately, what we're dealing with is iRacing, and it is the Monte Carlo SS. But you can paint this thing however you want. And Alex Papini shows it. He's got, what does he got there? Maybe a Dodge. But this is iRacing's version of the super late model. TV1 will give me a better view there. You see the different noses and what you can do here. A lot of folks have some fun things on here. You can make these into whatever you want. Just like at your local racetrack, you can go buy a clip, a front clip for whatever you want. It doesn't change what the car is, but it does change the way it looks. A couple different folks, but most are in that Monte Carlo front clip. The 88 takes the bottom. You know what? I want to see what the front clip is of that rental car. Let's take a look. Let's break the fourth wall. That is a Dodge Charger. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Better put that back or I'm going to forget about it. Here we go. But since we're here, might as well watch the restart from Alex Papini's point of view. The 88 gets a good jump. 25 going to be on the outside. Not the preferred line anymore. Behind him, everybody trying to find their position. Alex Papini, though, has a really good position here in second. Into the wall. Sorry, folks. There we go. Before I forget. Jackson Lewis now in the position to try and step away. Alex Papini second. Willie Nelson in third. Trent Smith running fourth currently. Biggest battle, Willie Nelson trying to stop the bleeding. He is in fourth. Had the lead for a good amount of time. In that 25 machine. And now fighting for 5th with Ryan Latch. Jared Apel there in the middle. Folks, you're watching the J-Ray Smoked Jerky Mild 100, brought to you by J-Ray's Hickory Smoked Jerky and Richie's Smoking Barbecue. Richie's Smoking Barbecue. Give them a Google. It's worth it. We're going to go take a look in the stands. And why don't we turn it up? The only reason did it again. So, folks, as we saw there, that was an absolutely great save by the 47 of Alex Krapser to avoid that incident. So a good run by him as we take a look at Michael Ostick. Up 14 positions. He is our hardest charger so far. And again, Jackson Lewis there in the 40 machine. He is our leader. At 510's Anthony Donta. He is a lap car. Going to get the wave around once the lights are off in that Chevy Pace truck. There he goes. Get that wave around. Alex Pepina's had a good race in second. Trent Smith there in sixth. So we've got 72 viewers in here. Do appreciate every single one of you here at Sim Racing Media. And of course, Richie's Smokin' Barbecue and J Ray's Hickory Smoked Jerky. We do appreciate you guys coming out. I'm telling you, if you like the jerky, if you like the sponsors, if you like the racing, hit that like button. And the reason we do that is not to make any money. Sim Racing Media does not make a dime off of likes or comments. What it does is it helps our impressions, specifically the impressions for the video that you are watching. So if you want to shout these guys out, you want to help them out as best you can, the best thing you can do is hit that like button. Then the YouTube will say, hey, let's put this in front of more folks. We're the J Ray's Smoked Jerky Mild 100. That's what you got to do there. Jackson Lewis going to have the start. Alex Pepini on the inside. Or inside, I'm sorry. Yep, Jackson Lewis takes the outside run as the leader. Just trying to find a camera that works here as they're battling for fourth. Longest green flag run of the race was the last time around. Not going to have an opportunity to pit. You want to keep that track position. If you come in, it's going to be a bad time for you. Ryan Sirkinski in that 81 has been working himself through the field, up 6 positions in that dark 81 machine. Kelsey Rogers, Ryan Latch on the outside, trying to hold it down. A little bit of a battle here farther back for 18th. We'll keep an eye on some of these guys. Get these drivers out there. Corey Rogers. And look at that. Jeremy Brigham in the 66 machine. What do you got on your nose? That's the Richie's Smokin' Barbecue logo. That's what that is. Looking very good on the 66 machine. Battle for 12th here. John Gifford, Michael Ostick. Michael, our hardest charger, up 14 positions. Caution is out. See what's going on here. Not sure. Had to be back there in the back. Ryan Bianchi had to go to the pits. Unfortunate there. See what happened. Hearing that he lost it on his own, that 45 machine outside in the marbles. Folks, this is what happens. So if we watch here, I want to take a look at the nose of Mr. Brian back when it starts, because this high groove is where the problems start. Because of the way that this line is running, if you're up here, this is where all the marbles are going to be. And it's going to get you loose. You're going to have to try and save it. And then with the inside car there, the 66, just not going to happen the way you want it to. So the 45 is going to have to put that thing on the hauler, go home, try again next week. At the South Boston Speedway for the J Ray's Smoked Jerky Spicy 100. Spicy. From what we're seeing, this should have been the spicy right here. As if lap times were to be believed, Jackson Lewis has the best time in that top 5. Papini there, not too far off with the 19.314. Smith with a 19.301. And And another 19.301. Fastest lap of the race right now, though, is that 19.27 Jackson Lewis. So here on lap 48 of 100, let me know in the chat who you got, who you want to win this thing. Alex Papini, hey, that's a good bet. The 28 is looking good. Had a chance to lead when he was battling with Willie Nelson. Had to fall back to second. Jackson Lewis took advantage of the battle for the lead and got to the start of the thing. Gonna lead some spots. But not a bad move, Julie. Not a bad move to go with Alex. 54 Grant Thompson, unfortunately, is out of this thing. Was involved in an earlier lap incident. So Barry's got the one to go. Flag in the air. Lights are going to go off on that Chevy Pace truck. Everybody else going to try and pick their lane where they want to go. Choose cone is in effect. The bottom being the obvious choice for a lot of these drivers. Maybe not a bad idea to hop up top there and try and get something out of the top lane. That's why I am a broadcaster, though, and I'm not down here in this super late model. Just not good at it. But Alex Papini's not going to give up that second spot. He wants to start on the bottom. Going to get a good jump here with the 88. The 3 on the outside. The 81 trying to push the daylights out of Alex. That's going to push him back a little bit. Reckon. Jared Apel. He went back to it. Alex Crabster around to it. They're going to keep it green, though. Everybody saved it. Right now, the only battle, the battle for third. Not the only battle, but the only battle in the top 5, the battle for third. And 5th, I suppose. As they are beating and banging lean on each other. That's Brian Skyer-Kasky and Trent Smith. Right behind him, Ryan Latch and Kelsey Rogers haven't figured their issues out. They're kind of stuck as well as the 136 is down there. The 18 has nowhere to go. Gonna hit that wall. We've seen a lot of them do it. That Hooters 18 machine of Ryan Latch stuck on the top side. Gonna have to find his way to the bottom eventually, and there he goes. As Jackson Lewis still your leader. Farther back, Alex Crabster had the move of the race to avoid the issue earlier. Now he's trying to work to the outside of the 46 of John Gifford. As John gets a little bit loose there, working that high line, give it out to them. And there we go, more issues in the back. Big one here. Ed Papineau. I don't know, I'm not from Louisiana. Pepino? I don't know. Hit me up in the chat, help me out. So let's see what happened here from the blimp. I think that's going to be our best option. Looks like the 66 gets bent out of shape and then just a stack up among stack ups. Very hard to get on the binders in these super late models, especially this late in the race. You got to think they're using their brakes every single turn, these drivers are. So you really got to be careful about getting back into them, or if there's an issue, it's very hard to stop. Your brakes get warm, get that friction up there. And once they are warm, they're less effective and hard to make those quick stops. So we got 69 viewers in here. Nice. Let us know how we can make the show better for you. The Richie Smokin' Barbecue All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series live here on Sim Racing Media. You can check us out at simracingmedia.com. You need us to get your event off the ground. You want to not worry about broadcasting? You call us. Give us the graphics, the ideas, and the everything you want broadcasted, and then take your hands, wash them, and go deal with your league. We take care of the broadcast, so you don't have to. One of the only licensed corporations that do the iRacing sim broadcasting, and we do it well. That's why we've been in business as long as we have. Branching in NASCAR, we also have our own podcast. You can reach those at our website, as well as some other fun stuff. It's Christmas. You want to get somebody something they probably know nothing about, go buy one of our t-shirts. Maybe a good white elephant gift, I don't know. Is Lewis and Papini your 1-2. Sire, Keski, and Trent Smith 4th. Kelsey Rogers in 5th. Ryan Latch in 6th. Michael Ostick up 19 positions there in 7th. Cole Godsmistad in 8th. Jaden Dahlberg in 9th. Jared Apel currently in 10th. I like that red and yellow. A little bit of a Biffle vibe there. I like it. At 51 machine. John Gifford in 11th. Shane Bauer at 12th. Willie Nelson has had a hard time trying to get back to the lead. So 2x2, we're going to start here. Why isn't the leaderboard scrolling? Well, George Bingham, that's because I didn't press the right button. Thank you for pointing that out. I do appreciate you. I was focusing on the top 5 for the best speed, best time there in a while, but I do appreciate that. Helping me out. Jackson Lewis, Alex Papini. We're going to see if there's any changes here. Looks like the 88 took the inside this time around of Jackson Lewis. Gets rolling. That's going to put Papini in a hard spot. Now that inside rolling. The 28 on the outside. He's got the 81 of Brian Skierkeski inside. The 131. They're about to go 3 wide coming down the backstretch as the 81 gets a little bit loose. Papini's gone. He's going to take advantage. Now back to the same old. Brian and Trent battling. The 36 saved by a caution. The 136 was squirrely there. It's the pole. Oh, should NASCAR expand this season to 42 races? 100% no right now. Shorten the season. I like it. Thank you, John, for helping me out in the background. So let's see what happened for this one. It looks like it was Caleb Adrian who actually, after winning the last chance qualifier, has just had bad luck since then. He's been in a lot of stuff, unfortunately. And just wrong place, wrong time for the 51. As he goes around, and there's not much saving you can do there. All you can do is try and not get hit too hard, and the 5 comes in and puts the wallop on it. But what I really want to see is, oh, we got some pits being made here. Willie Nelson coming down, Ryan Latch, Jackson Lewis. Alex Papini was in 2nd place. A lot of the drivers that were up in the front, Ryan Latch and Jackson Lewis, Brian Skierkeski, here on the halfway point, they're going to come down and get some tires. And another reason that these SDK is not scrolling is because SDK has been having issues ever since the massive update that iRacing puts out. Unfortunately, once iRacing, of course, the daddy platform puts out all the new updates, the peripherals that we use in the background have to catch up, so to speak. And that's what we're seeing here with the SDK, which is our live timing service, which brings you the J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100 ticker up there. That's why it's having issues. I tell you what I do have. I have this. It's not working. Of course it's not working. So now Jaden Dahlberg elects to stay out. So he's going to be your effective race lead in the 36. We're going to see if that's a bold strategy, Cotton. We're going to see if it pays off. If you think NASCAR should expand the season to 42 races, let us know in the chat. It's supposed to be impartial, but I like it the way it is. It's almost too many to keep up with now. I just like to see the diversity. Let's go to more local tracks. That's what I want to see. Go to the tracks that can support a NASCAR race, or at least let the guys get in a late model, or let them take their cars out to more events. I know the testing issues, but I would like to see that. If you haven't liked the stream already, check up there, hit that little thumbs up button. Help these drivers out. As Jaden Dahlberg going to have a lap led. Corey Rogers behind him, and we are going to see a huge stack up. We're going to see a lot of folks here trying to get by as the 51's already around. Jared Apel around. He's still getting bounced around. Caleb Adrian, Christian Angel. Let's see. We're on lap 69 of 100, so let's take a look here. Too late, James. Too late. Let's take a look. Go back in time here. So that is the 44. Like, oh, gets pushed up by the 20. I don't know who that started with, but let's take a look again. Because that started a little bit farther back than here. So we're going to try and find the exact space that this happened. And I think, unfortunately, that I found it. So fresh tires. Got to remember, fresh tires are happening right here. And to keep an eye on the 28 machine. So the restart happens, 44. He gets a bump there. He gets a, hey, go ahead. Go a little bit faster here, buddy. And then coming into the turn, just the 44 unable to keep up with the skill of the 28 and just gets pushed right up into the 51. Very unfortunate there for the 151. So I believe Alex is going to be taking his EOL for causing that one. He did man up to it and said, hey, that's my bad. I'm going to hop to the back of the line. So Jaden Dahlberg got a little bit lucky there. He's going to try and make it, but this is what we're going to see. A lot of these leaders went to the back because they needed to come down pit road. They wanted some tires and they rolled the dice. But because of the way it's going to shake out, you're going to have a very large disparity of skill. Those guys in the back with fresh tires are going to have to fight through some of these guys that elected not to come down pit road, that maybe aren't as skilled or just not good at this track, whatever it may be. Whatever reason, they were slower, and they're going to have to fight through them the right way. Otherwise, you're going to get what we just saw with Alex Papini having to take the EOL because he could not downgrade a little bit, I guess, there for the skill that was around him, or a little bit different line, because these guys racing in the mid-pack have been here the whole time. They've been here the whole time trying to battle through the mid-pack. They know how dangerous it is. That's why they've survived so long. And then here come these guys from the front thinking they can just run things. Of course, I'm joking there, but in a little bit, that's kind of the way it works. So the 36 going to have the button. 27 on the outside. We are green racing here. Lap 73 of 100 in the J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100. Jaden Dahlberg gets out to a good start. Corey Rogers and John Gifford out behind him. Garrett Alex Krasper in the 47. Last came in lap 56, so he's got some fresher tires to work with. As in front of him, that's what he wants to see. He wants to see him battle. Says battle it out in the 177. Oh, and they're turning there. I reckon that's going to be a... Ooh, that's going to be a big one, folks. That is going to be a big one. And it's still happening, still wrecking. Everybody trying to get their laps back. Let's take a look at what kind of time we've got left, just to double check here. I want to see. As that was a big one. Jackson Lewis was involved. You'll remember he was our leader for a little bit. Take a look here. As it started with the 177. And just from there, it's just a mess. Alex Krapser, I believe he was one of the ones that unfortunately started it. I don't think he started it, but he was up there when it started. The 25 and the 177, and then just a pile up. Hate it for some of these guys, especially the 47. He's been working so hard. Started in the back, made it up into a top 10, and then cautions happen. Well, while we got a second, 24 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and run to another ad break, and we will be right back, folks.
Drivers that took time, all
All right, coming back here, the Chevy Pace truck about to turn off its lights. Jaden Dahlberg has worked his way into a pole up front. You know what? I'm just going to call it like it is. I don't care. I don't have 1,000 followers. Meth Pimp says, I think everyone is just glad this is a game and not real cars. Imagine all the money that would be spent on parts for this race. And you know what? That's part of it. That is part of it, Meth Pimp. These drivers out here, they know what they have to deal with. They know what they're doing. And it's kind of the psychology of the race. It's a little bit different. No fast repairs, and it'll take some time. Is Jaden Dahlberg going to get rolling here? It'll take some time for these drivers to kind of figure out. They've got to be a little bit more careful if they want to make it to the end of this thing. Jaden Dahlberg, he is gone. Corey Rogers, Brian Skyrkeski. Chaos came in lap 63, took some tires. So we got fresh tires up in the top 5 right now. Ryan Latch, Mike Winters. The freshest tires in the top 10 is Ryan Latch. So keep an eye on that 18 machine. Making his way to the front. Damage on the front end of a lot of these machines. As we're single file in the top 10, Alex Papini, don't forget him, the 28 machine, trying to come back through, dives to the inside of the 77 of Mike Winters, able to hold it down as he did come down pit road. As Brian Skyrkeski just put down the fastest lap of the race with a 19.25. Jaden Dahlberg, not going to forget about him, still out front of the All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series. J-Ray's Smoked Jerky Mild 100. Appreciate the heck out of them, as well as the Richie's Barbecue. Richie's Smokin' Barbecue. 779-423-0073 if you want some barbecue. That is their number, or you can give them a Google. That's probably better. I will blow them up. There is the 28. Alex Papini. Working to the inside of the 018 of Ryan Latch, trying to get his top 5 back. If you remember, he was up there in second place for the longest with 15 laps left to go in the J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mile 100. Jaden Dahlberg has the lead, trying to step it out, take the advantage. Old tires on that thing. A lot of heat cycles. Maybe not a lot of green flag laps, ladies and gentlemen, but a lot of heat cycles in that 36 machine on those tires. That wears them down. Brian Sierkeski in second, trying to find a way to get up there and push. Last came in lap 63 for tires. Corey Rogers as well. John Gifford in fourth. And, of course, Alex Papini trying to get there. Trying to get to a place to strike. Ryan Latch, Mike Winters, Caleb Adrian, Anthony Donta, and Kristen Angel rounding out the rest of your top 10. Michael Ostick, the last vehicle on the lead lap. Let's talk about Caleb Adrian for a little bit. Been in a lot of these issues, none of his own. He won the last chance qualifier. Now he's here in the top 10 in the All-Pro Winter Heat Series, the All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series. What a run by Caleb Adrian. Richie's Brisket Pizza is amazing. I'm going to have to get that. I'm going to have to find out where this place is. Well, Matt Pimp, you seem to know a lot about Richie's. Why don't you tell us where they're located, how people can get some of their jerky or their smoked barbecue. As John Gifford's trying to get himself away from Alex Papini. Throw a blanket over third through fifth. Corey Rogers, John Gifford. John Gifford now. Alex Papini has his sights set on the 46 and makes short work of him. Now on to Corey Rogers. If you like the racing action, be sure and tell us that. Give us a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe if you want to, but hey, this is America. You don't have to subscribe, but that like button, what it does is it gets these sponsors out in front of more people as Jaden Dahlberg is trying to step away in the 036. Brian Skurkiski not letting him out of his sights. Hoping the lap traffic's going to make an effect here. That's Michael Ostick, probably most likely, or Garrick Skatocha. Not 100% sure. Jaden Dahlberg is going to be the one to see him. Works to the outside. But that is the 177. Going to let it go, but he's going to have a good view of the battle for the lead here at the J-Ray Smoke Jerky Mild 100. 6 laps left to go. Jaden Dahlberg, Brian Skurinsky, 1.5 seconds ahead of Alex Papini and John Gifford as Alex makes short work of him. He's trying to make it to the top 3 on fresh tires. Jaden's tires are screaming. Has not came down for fresh Goodyears. Brian Skurkinski has. Alex Papini has. As this is the race. What can Brian do as he gets to the inside of the 036 with 5 laps to go? How courageous is he going to be here at the opening race of the 10-race season here in the Winter Heat? Still dives down. Jaden Dahlberg's know he's there. He's got a rear view mirror full of the 81. He's got to get down on that inside line and defend, but every second that he does is a second that Alex Papini is waiting in the wings for third as the battle for the lead heats up. The 36 pushed to the outside. Old tires are gone. Alex Papini going to work his way up. Alex trying to get in that second position, but Jaden Dahlberg is not giving it up. We're going to go ahead and switch to the top 5 of the iRacing live timing and scoring up there. Oh, as the Papini gets in the left rear quarter panel of the 36 and moves him. He has sights on Brian Skurkeski. does not want to waste any time trying to get up there. Only 2 laps left to do it. Brian Skrkeski, so far, final lap. White flag is in the air. Can Alex get to him from 3/10 back? If he's going to do it, it's going to be hard to get there. He's going to have to put the pressure on. There he goes. Dives, last-ditch effort trying to get to the back bumper. Nothing doing. Possibly going to hurt himself there as inside comes the 36. Jaden Dahlberg gets second as Brian Skrkeski takes the lead and the win of the inaugural All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series. The J-Rays Smoke Jerky Mile 100 goes to the 81 of Brian Skrkeski. Jeez Louise, what a finish and what a win by the 81. Had it done right. He is going to burn it down as we're going to see who all's in here, who we're going to talk to as we finish this thing up. As I want to talk to every single one of these drivers. As let's take a look at just what happened in those final laps. As we're going to take a look at the white flag here. As Geske gets it done. But in the back here, take a look at the last-ditch effort of Alex Papini. Tries to get to the back there and washes up, has to fix it. And then the Jaden Dahlberg gets his revenge, chased down the track as Alex Papini realizes that this is a virtual car and he doesn't give a crap about paying for any kind of sheet metal there. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Look at that. I'm going to talk to those two because it is going to be an absolute blast. But I tell you what, we're going to be doing it a little bit out of order here. Let me make sure I have all my settings correct before I do this because Lord knows I'm going to mess this up once or twice. But Jaden Dahlberg is already in here. So we're going to go ahead and talk to the second place finisher. Jaden, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
So I know the strategy, you know, I thought I'd be interviewing you for third, but the way it finished, what a absolute blast. How was it on those old tires?
Yeah, it was rough. It just the longer I ran, I did a longer on practice. The longer I ran, the harder it got to drive. It got freer, it got harder and harder and harder each lap. Just I don't know how I did it.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you did it, and again, that final. I knew Alex kind of moved you out of the way because he had sights on first, and then how was that Schadenfreude of getting up there and being able to take second away?
Yeah, it was pretty relieving. He got me earlier. I was gunning for him back. I wanted him back, so I got him.
There you go. Well, Jaden, tell me. I know you got a pretty basic paint on there, but tell me who gets it done and who helps you get here on the All Pro Sim.
My dad honestly just helps me out when I'm down here iRacing. Just got to keep plugging along in my real car and get ready for next season.
Absolutely. Well, you got any real life sponsors you want to shout out while I got you here?
Car Corner, Slots for Fun, Crazy Times Pub and Grub, Whiskey, or not Whiskey's, Rockton Inn, Eric's Auto Parts, RJ Bowers, and Gilly's Heating and Air.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, Jaden. Again, man, congratulations on the second place finish here on the inaugural race.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Alex Papini, who I'm sure was coming around turn 4 thinking he had second. Tell me about that last corner. Nope, I lost Alex. Let's talk to Brian. All right, Brian, you had the win, and it is an absolute hard-fought one. Tell me about that last lap.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking we kind of checked out there a little bit once we got by Dahlberg. But then I seen Papini coming. I'm like, oh boy, he's coming with a little bit of steam behind him. And he drove down into 3, and I thought he was going to clip me in the left rear, but just so happened there was just enough room out there.
Absolutely. Well, you came in on lap 63 with Papini and a lot of the rest of the leaders. I saw you battling for third and fourth a while with the 8. How important was that to come down and kind of stay out of trouble during that last big caution?
Yeah, I think the hardest part of all of it was kind of deciding if a guy should take tires or not. I didn't know if taking tires was really going to benefit that much because it just didn't seem like there was that much wear. And it just seemed the longer the car went, the better the car handled. And I think if we took tires there and a couple gallons of fuel, just keep the balance of the car right. And I don't know, I just try to keep the nose clean. And then what was it, 15 to go? There was a little wreck and took out a couple of pretty big contenders, Lewis and Trenton. And it sucks. I like to race with them guys, but we're sitting here in the catbird seat.
Absolutely. The win in the inaugural race here, the J Race Smoke Jerky Mild 100. I think it's going to get a little bit more spicy next week at the Spicy 100. Brian, what's your plan now that you got the win, you got the points in that 81? What's the plan moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, from here out, we're going to try to hit all the races. I'm not going to sure if we're going to be able to financially, but we're just going to keep on going week to week here and see how long we can make it. I just want to thank all my sponsors out there: Herman's Landscape Supply, Climate Control Services, J4 Fabricating, Advanced Diesel Power, Brothers Jorgensen Racing, and then the sponsor for the series and the race, the J Ray's Smoked Jerky, and then Richie's Smoke and Barbecue. I really can't thank those guys enough for putting this on.
Absolutely. And I always ask this, and I forgot this time around. It's Sierkeski, or how do I say the last name? Because I know I'm going to be calling it all season long.
Yep, you go by Sierkeski, so there's that.
There we go. Well, I appreciate you, Brian. And again, you already shouted out the sponsors. Good luck next week, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race then as well.
Perfect. Thank you, guys, and thanks for putting this on. Been a great series so far.
Absolutely. All right, final words here. If I got Alex, do I got you, Alex? There he is. Alex, do I got you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, there he is. So, Alex, I'll just do it real quick here because I don't want to get out of line. But inaugural race of the season. Tell us about kind of the All-Pro Sim Winter Heat. And I know you got the third, but tell us about the series and what you guys are looking forward to this season.
Well, we worked real hard. It was kind of a last-minute deal to put this together in the past 3 weeks. Extremely pleased with the turnout we had here. 49 cars or whatever qualified. I wish it would have been a lot cleaner. I don't know if there's anything real intentional, just everybody kind of getting used to racing together. And then this setup was probably a little bit too free, to start the season with. So I'm not going to blame the drivers 100%. This thing was kind of a handful to drive. So just really happy with the turnout. I had a good run going. I felt like we were in a good spot there after we pitted for tires and come out. And then, the darn driver, a little too excited on the restart there. And I got in the guy in front of me and caused the yellow. So I had to go to the back for that, or else maybe we'd be sitting in a little different spot. But it was still a lot of fun. We still had a few decent little green flag runs there. I'd like to have seen a lot more green flag. So sorry for wasting everybody's time that was watching with the yellows, but we really appreciate everyone that watched. And got to thank Richie's Smoking Barbecue and J Ray's Jerky for putting this deal on. Like I said, it was very last minute. Also like to thank Baja and John Alverson and All Pro Sim for putting this deal on with us and accepting us to help them. Madison International Speedway, Greg McCarnes put up some cool prizes. It's just it's going to be a really cool deal. Everyone just bear with us. We are going to get these cars under control to where we don't have so many yellows.
Well, you know what, Alex, it happens, and you talked about it, these super late models, very hard to control, especially here at this speedway. Tell us about where we're going next week and what we can expect from there. Let me give you a little refresher because I know most people kind of forget, but we are heading to South Boston. What do you expect out of these cars there at the J Ray's Smoke Jerky Sweet Heat 75?
Yeah, it is going to be a showdown. I feel like hopefully we're under a little bit more control with everybody. Normally I feel like I got my stuff under control, and I was kind of a-holes and elbows there the whole race trying to hang on to the thing. So hopefully we got a little bit better setup to put everybody on there. And we're going to take a few less cars from qualifying because it's smaller than a half mile. So that might clean it up a little bit, but that's South Boston is pretty darn close quarters compared to this place here. So if this was interesting, that's really going to be interesting. Shout out to Brian Keski, did an awesome job. Jaden Dahlberg drove his little butt off. I was really hoping he was going to get it there, but all in all, really cool, good finish and good end of the race. Just sorry to bore everybody with all the caution flags.
Oh, nobody was bored. It was definitely a lot of action. So catch us next week, same time. Alex, I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of next week as well, because you'll get a podium there, correct?
Yes, sir. We're really so. Thank you guys for bearing with us and for all you do at Sim Racing Media. Also, and we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that is about going to do it for us. What we're going to do is we're going to put up the grid, show you guys where, or the results. I'm sorry, show you where everybody fell here in the feature. Of course, Brian Sarkeski there in first position, up 10 positions from where he started. Jaden Dahlberg there in second. Alex Papini in third. John Gifford there in fourth. Corey Rogers up 18 position. He is your hardest charger of the night, working his way in from, I believe, that is dead last. No, I'm sorry, 23rd. Math. But he did have to race his way in from the last chance qualifier. Ryan Latch, 6th. Mike Winter, 7th. Anthony Donta in 8th. Caleb Adrian also working himself in from the last chance qualifier. Christian Angel in 10th. Then we have Michael Oddstick in 11th. Garrett Stratocha in 12th. Alex Crasper 13th. 14th. Willie Nelson. Wish he could have done better there. I'd love to talk to him. The 15th. Sean Bauer. 16th. Jackson Lewis. 17th. Cole Gutzman. 18th. Trent Smith. Then we have Kelsey Rogers in the 19th. 20th, Jared Appel. Mark Fravert, 21st. Weston Ward, 22nd. Ed Pepino in 23rd. Jeremy Brigham, 24th. 25th, Brian Bianchi. And Dennis Smith, 26th. 27th is Tristan Swanson. And unfortunately, finishing last is Grant T. Thompson, involved in those issues. Appreciate the heck out of everybody who showed up. Be sure and like, share, follow, all that great stuff that everybody's always asking you to do. And as always, talk to you next week.